Hello students, today we will continue the topic respiratory system of class 6 subject biology chapter 3 human body. Students, in the previous video we have seen that respiration is a process of obtaining energy from the food in the body, and it involves breathing, gaseous transport and cellular respiration. We have discussed breathing and gaseous transport. Today we will discuss cellular respiration. But before that we will see gaseous transport in some more details. Let us see. Gaseous transport, in your book it is given on page number 43. Let us see what is given. The air which reaches the alveoli is rich in oxygen. The air which we inhale that reaches alveoli, that air contains what? That air contains oxygen. Let us see how it reaches from the atmosphere. When we inhale the air, that air contains oxygen and that reaches this alveoli. If we see alveoli in a closer view, it looks like this. So the air which contains oxygen reaches up to here. We can see that blood capillaries surrounds the alveoli. So the oxygen which is present here through these walls of the blood capillaries reaches the blood in these blood capillaries. This oxygen reach inside the blood capillaries and diffuses in the blood here. We know that blood carries RBC, red blood cells, and red blood cells carry hemoglobin. So oxygen, when mixes with the blood, combines with hemoglobin and forms oxyhemoglobin. Through the blood, it is transported to each and every part of the body. Through the blood, oxyhemoglobin is transported to each and every cell of the body. When this oxyhemoglobin reaches the cell, it gives the oxygen in the cell, it gives the oxygen inside the cell and gets free itself. It becomes free itself to carry another oxygen from the lungs. In this way, oxygen reaches the cell. Now let us see the cellular respiration. Cellular respiration. Inside a cell, a series of chemical reactions takes place which breaks down glucose into carbon dioxide, water and releases energy. Just now we have seen how oxygen reaches the cell. So now see that oxygen has reached the cell and glucose is present in the cell. Oxygen and glucose both in the cell combine together to form carbon dioxide, water and energy. So as we know, respiration is the process to obtain energy and this is released. But this energy is stored in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So this process to obtain this energy is called respiration. And this reaction, when glucose combines with oxygen to form carbon dioxide, water and energy, this reaction is called cellular respiration. But carbon dioxide is a waste product. It should be out of our body. So what happens? Carbon dioxide combines with hemoglobin and forms carbaminohemoglobin. Let us see in the picture. Carbon dioxide combines with hemoglobin that is present in the RBC, forms carbaminohemoglobin. This carbaminohemoglobin, with the help of blood, reaches up to the alveoli in the lungs. Here carbaminohemoglobin gets separated and this carbon dioxide goes inside the alveoli. From alveoli, this carbon dioxide goes out of our body when we exhale out. This is the process of respiration, the whole process of respiration. Now let us see the differences between breathing and cellular respiration, which is given on page number 43. Breathing is a physical process. Cellular respiration is a biochemical process. Breathing involves taking in oxygen, giving out carbon dioxide, but cellular respiration involves utilization of oxygen to oxidize glucose to carbon dioxide, water and energy. Breathing takes place mainly in lungs, but cellular respiration takes place in tissues and cells of the body. Lastly, in breathing, energy is not released while breathing, but in cellular respiration, energy is released and stored as ATP. Students, you will go through this topic, and on page number 44, test yourself is given. You will complete this. Do this assignment, students, and read the chapter. Thank you.